Hello, my gorgeous. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all of the above. All right, you guys. Now, you got me for the next 30 minutes. Undivided attention. You can ask whatever question the Nancy Guthrie case that you would like, and I will pull the cards and share what the cards say. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I have put it on subscriber mode so our entire family can participate free of charge. And with that being said, thank you to my private eyes, my true crime undercover agents. I love you guys. All right. Hi, Smudger. Hi, Danny. Firetel. Welcome back. Carla Burgeon. Johnny Bill's here. She's in and out. She's got a lot going on right now. She needs some prayers. Hey, Danny. How are you? Tina. Hello, hello. And welcome to all my live audience. Let's go ahead. We're going to scroll to the bottom. You look good. You look so food in purple, MD. Well, thank you, Jenny. I look food. You must be hungry, lovely. I think you meant good. I hope you did. Oh, Laurie says, don't you look cute? Thank you. I feel like I'm dressed to deliver a package. Wendy B, hello to you. Sealing a pride. Who's got questions? Oh, there's already a lot on the board. Should we go up and get them? Okay. All right. Okay, notification just went out. Nikki case starts it out. Question: did the alleged kidnapper trick Nancy into going with them, saying something had happened to one of the family members? All right. Let's see what the cards say. Now remember, I'm not a psychic. I don't play one on TV. I'm not a medium. I don't talk to the dead. I don't use spirit boxes. Jesus is my savior. And I talk to God all the time. Just like you do, I would assume. I hope that you're talking directly to God. All right, you guys. Was Nancy tricked by the perp and told that a family member... something happened to a family member? Let's find out what the cards say. I always try to take 3 cards to give me an accurate understanding of the message. We have Ace of Cups. That means yes. Aces are yes. That's a self-cup of love. So you're saying, did the kidnapper trick Nancy into believing that something had happened to her family member? Or maybe something was going to happen. We have the Ace of Cups, self-love. Okay. All right. We have the 6 of Swords, traveling, moving to calmer grounds. This person's in a canoe. They're going to a calmer place because the island behind them in tarot traditionally is known as Hurricane Island. And you can see that the water is all turbulent, but then it gets really soft, not soft, but calm and still. So that's travel. And it's to calmer grounds, to calm something down. It's going right along with what Nikki's saying. Did this kidnapper trick Nancy into thinking that something happened to one of her family members? We got the Star. That's another form of a strong yes. This is attention. This is spotlight. This is putting all the focus into one area. It's saying, look at this. It's like putting something on stage. It's a lot of attention. It's also about healing. So we have 2 healing cards, and we have the attention. Okay, we got to go this side. Good, because that's my right hand anyway. But we also have that travel towards. So this is saying that it's very possible, highly likely, that Nancy believed that her leaving was going to help the situation, that it was in her best interest or someone she loved in their best interest to leave, to travel. And as you see, this person is taking this person, and there's a little person right there too, to calmer grounds, traveling them. And then there's this tension. So it's very possible that that is exactly what the belief was, is that it would be better for Nancy and her loved ones if she made this journey. Very, very good question. Let me see if there was another question. Hello, Chan Funk Lovely. Did I get all the questions up at the top? All right, let's see if we have another question. Well, Chan Funk's the one that has a good question. Has Tomato unalived Nancy in the first few days of her disappearance? Ooh, all alleged. Has Tomato unalived Nancy? Allegedly. In the first few days. Hey, Lanny. All right, we have somebody in power here. We have this Emperor, Aries energy. It's about taking charge. It's the boss. This is a boss card. Let's see what else we have. Somebody in charge and high power that Tommaso knows very, very well. Might even be family with. This is usually somebody that you're married to, or somebody that knew you since high school, or in your family is bossing up. So you're saying, has Tommaso unalived Nancy in the first few days of her disappearance? I'm getting that there was communication given by somebody else that's in the family that's considered to be powerful, a masculine energy. Could this be a scrubber? A brother-in-law? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. And what was this offer? We got the star again. Attention. It's all about getting attention. Why? So your question, I'm not getting a yes. I'm getting that when it comes to Tommaso or Tomato, allegedly, somebody that's got great power, and I'm talking power, gave communication to him, to Tommaso, that there would be a lot of attention coming his way. A lot of attention. It could even say that this person told Tomato to get attention. I'm just going to peek at the bottom of the deck with you and to work with it. To work with it. So I'm not picking up that Tomato unalived Nancy. I'm picking up that a boss spoke to Tomato about getting attention and getting a lot of attention. That's interesting. All right. Let's go ahead and see what other questions that you guys have. Hello, Charlene. Question, is Nancy living in Australia? Nancy was originally from Australia, or at least lived in Australia. She was in Australia when Savannah was born. Savannah was born in Australia, in the outback. Okay. Is Nancy living in Australia? Mom of Simona the cat, welcome to our private eyes. All right, you guys, so we have this pact. This is establishment. It's traditional. It's something that you pledge. So we have a pledge. Let's continue. Was Nancy living in Australia? I don't think so. So we have a negative answer, but we do have a pact made. So there's information here. Even though I don't think Nancy is living in Australia, according to the cards, she's living somewhere much closer to a place where she feels very much next to her family, according to this. So this is saying the establishment. Not sure what that means at this point. A pact, a secret. It's an oath, a pledge to death. Like, until I die, I will never reveal this. So this is a pledge of something that says, I won't speak until this is dead, done, over with. And it's by family, as if they're never, ever, ever going to reveal where Nancy is. But it's not showing me that she's living in Australia at all. It's showing me there's a pact about this, almost as if there's a pact to say she passed away by family. Not necessarily that she did, but that there's an oath to say that Nancy died. Interesting. All right, you guys, you're asking excellent questions. You always do. Question. Hey, Texas woman. Could our government, FBI, be giving us false intelligence on this case? I've seen it suggested by military intelligence. I've wondered that too. So, let's just put it in a stronger form. Is the FBI being truthful with us? Is the FBI being truthful with us in the Nancy Guthrie case? No. The FBI is getting this. This is the father of lies. This is deception. This is toxic. This is absolutely devious. The devil. Is the FBI telling us the truth in the Nancy Guthrie case? No. Because this is suggesting that Nancy actually got a new beginning. The Fool card. The first step of the Fool in the journey of the tarot. The first of 22 major arcanas. So we have two major arcanas already, the Devil and the Fool. Is the FBI being honest with us? We have the long-term view here. Something that goes along with the ease of the crowd, whatever keeps everybody happy. This is no struggle, no strife. This is boring. This is mundane, but it works. So something that was very toxic has been told to us, which could be a lie. Deception. When really, there's somebody that has a new beginning in a new way of longevity. A new, long beginning. Interesting, interesting. Bottom of the deck, there's where the Hierophant comes in. I told you, that's a pledge. That's an oath. That's a promise. Interesting. Hey, cat lady, how are you? Why is A and T not home? Okay, let's ask. Why are Annie and Tommaso allegedly not home? They're defending themselves for their own protection, they feel. Maybe it's in their head, maybe it's not. 7 of Wands, defending oneself. Something didn't go well, and they felt stuck. This is an easy one. They are defending themselves. You can see all these people, like a mob of people, all got sharp, pointy sticks, and they're all like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Kind of like microphones, right? And this person's like, I got my own stick. Stay back. Stay back. That's because Seven of Wands. They're protecting themselves. Next, we have Temperance, Archangel Michael, Sagittarius energy, fire sign. And this is saying that something needed tempered. It needed a while before it was going to be okay. A cooling off period. And this says, because they're also stuck financially. So I don't know why they would stay somewhere where they would have to pay if they're having financial problems. But this is showing me this is stuck energy. Like they can't move. Mom of the deck, they're waiting on a payout. Is that why the no death homicide case? Because they feel it's their destiny. Four of Wands. Were they cut out of the will or something? This is just weird. All right. You heard they're staying in a hotel, Julie? And can you ask where is Nancy? So on Cameron's noise about his mother's disappearance. I mean, it's the tarot. I don't have latitude and longitude in the tarot. So there's no way to be able to determine where Nancy is through that. But I thank you for asking. AMG question, does Nancy have property in Mexico? That's actually a good question, you know? Let's ask if the Guthrie family has property in Mexico. Does Nancy... We got the home card. We got Virgo energy, which is your health. Hermit. We have the Queen of Wands, very charismatic, very much in control and in your own power with the Queen of Wands. So we have home, in your own power. Does Nancy have property in Mexico? And then we have the Emperor, the boss guy. I can't say no or yes. I can say that this is the home card. The Hermit likes to stay in their own home. We have, you could see this as ABC, in other words, FBI, so forth. And then we have regaining someone's power. Let's just see. Could she have been relocated to Mexico? This is the detective. It's saying dig deeper. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know. Shows me the home cards. So when you're asking me, does Nancy have property in Mexico? It makes me wonder. It's possible. It is possible. Hey, Lainey, does the FBI have Nancy? All right. Does the FBI have Nancy? In other words, do they know where she is and have her protected? Does the FBI allegedly have Nancy? Cards went all over the place. What? Okay. I've got the Destiny card. Four of Wands. Destiny, a destined event, a pact, a marriage, a partnership. I have an exchange with the FBI. And I have betrayal by the FBI. Is that the reason why they got the toxic devil card? Has Nancy been put in witless protection? Is that the exchange for the FBI? And is that the betrayal to the people? How interesting. That is a very good question. I'm really impressed with your questions, you guys. Julie question, did Chris McDonough go to Tucson to interview someone in the family? All right, let's find out. Did Chris McDonough of the interview room allegedly interview someone of the family? I got a huge story. Here comes the story of an ex-cop named McDonough who went to Tucson to research about Nancy Guthrie. We got the family card or someone very close in her inner circle. It could be a church friend. It could be a family friend. It could be a family member. This is somebody very close to Nancy. I've got locked in their mind. There's something they can't let go of. There's something they want to know more about, something they're dissatisfied with. So we have this journey of discovery about family. That night that Nancy was abducted. And we have this orphaned card keep coming up. We have the vehicle card, the chariot. We have past, something that reoccurred in the past quite a few times happening again. And this time, something gets cut out. Yeah, I think he interviewed a family friend, a church member, or it's somebody very close to Nancy, or at least they're close to the information that's intimate about Nancy. And on my previous reading, it did show that whoever told Chris McDonough whatever it is he's about to show, that the information appears to be coming from what they believe to be truth. I'm excited to find out what it is. Hi, Sky Blue. Question. Will they proclaim Nancy dead to collect money on her estate? That's a good question. Will they proclaim Nancy dead to collect money on her estate? Yes, I believe so. First thing that came up is the stinky offer. Being offered as if it's, smelling good. To ensure stability. This is stability. This is independent energy. This is the offer for independence. And this is something that ain't right. The Page of Cups. So even though they won't have found Nancy to be dead, like they don't find her, it very much looks like they will make the offer for this to be done so that they can become more independent on their own. On the deck, Empress. Family will approve. Allegedly. I say witless protection because YouTube won't let me say the other words. All right, Connie girl. Question. Why don't they want the YouTubers around Nancy's house anymore? Other hiding something. Thinking about, are they? Okay. Why don't they want the YouTubers around Nancy's house anymore? Let's find out. Remember to put a Q or the word question. That's what I look for so that I don't have to read all of chat because I can't right now. because they're suppressing information of some kind. This is also greed, so it shows me that there might be a few of them that are making a buck. To make sure. Why don't they want the YouTubers around Nancy Guthrie's house anymore? The law doesn't want them around Nancy Guthrie's house. The law. So there's something being held back by the law. The law doesn't want it there. Why? They want it cut out. Why? I ask again. Death. They need this to change. They need this to change. Scorpionic energy. They need it to change. Why do they need it to change? They want to travel to calmer ground. They want to get away from the Hurricane Island chaotic crap. What else? They don't like the conflict. They don't like the words being spoken. This is confusion. And there's a stinky reason behind it. It's putting someone in their head. They don't want to hear what, because that was communication. They don't want to hear it anymore. They want to defend their ego. This is ego. King of Wands is ego. They want to defend their ego. They don't like the negative press, basically. They don't like that. The truth come out, right? They don't like that truth coming out because it puts them in a bad light. Interesting.
Don't forget to take out your trash.
Thank you, Ziggy. My AI just went off. All right. I think I answered pretty much everybody's question. We got one more here. We'll take this one. Julie says, question. Did Nanu Bananu have direct involvement in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? This is a good question. Allegedly. All right. Did Sheriff Banana Nanos have direct involvement in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? Is something dead done over with? Suggesting he would have had something to do with afterwards. Did he have anything to do directly with Nancy? Okay, I dropped half the deck. So we'll just keep going. Did he have anything to do with directly with Nancy's disappearance? Something from the past coming up. Something repetitive from the past and cutting it out. So this is telling me not before she went missing, but only after. I'm just saying. This is saying no. This is a hard no. It was dead done over with before we got involved. This is past involvement in a different way. Not with her disappearance, but did have past involvement in some way with Nancy Guthrie or Savannah or someone in the family. This is cutting something out. It suggests that his job is to get this to go away. Bottom of the deck. I'm right. Judgment. That's saying weighed, measured, found, wanting, move along. In other words, they want this done and over with for a specific reason. They want it. I just got the deck, the world card. They want this over with. They want this done. That's wild. All right, you guys. that's all the questions that I have time for. I think I helped a lot of people out with answers. If I didn't get to your question, I'm sorry. I just can't do everybody's question, but I do my best. It also helps if you put that Q or the word question so that I see it, because I'm not looking for just random questions all by themselves. So he's helping, in your opinion, with the cover-up. I'll agree to that, in my opinion. Mama D, you look beautiful in purple. Well, thank you, lovely. They can't do a death certificate without a body. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. You were thinking cover-up, Lanny? Question, are they ever going to find Nancy's body? That's a good question. Texas woman, you did. Thank you. And you guys are so right. Nikki says, thank you for your great questions. If Mama never got to your questions, please ask next time. Forgive me. With that, you guys, I want to thank you for everything that you do that supports our channel. It is greatly appreciated. This has been one of those kind of cases where we're all over the place because the information is just, it's like having 10 puzzles, all right, that they pulled just a couple pieces of each puzzle, and we're supposed to make one puzzle out of 10. I can't do it. I can't. Thank you, Lanny. And thank you, Tina, and Nikki, and Smudger, and Pamela. Thank you, lovely. Thank you, Sky Blue, and Connie, and Danny, and Tina, and Ollie Baby Girl. Thank you, thank you. All right, my loves, I will see you again very soon. Make sure and tune in to Chris McDonough tonight on the interview room at 7 o'clock. He says he's got a huge scoop about Nancy Guthrie, and he went boots on the ground there. So I'm looking forward to it. And then we can come back and see if my reading on 2 of 3 lives, how close was it? That'll be interesting for me too. All right, I love you guys. Peace out. I love you to the moon and back. Thank you so very much.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemies will think they won, but I'm here to stay. Destiny will overcome, no, I am not afraid. Like a phoenix in the night, my soul will rise from the darkness to